All right. Yabba dabba doo, sports fans. We're back here again at the Frozen Pond for an afternoon game between your 12U girls, Penn's Elite Attanucci, who will be wearing their black Snoop Dogs, as I like to refer to them, against the 14U Rochester Junior Americans. They'll be in their blue pants with white jerseys, red and blue trim, blue helmets. Our girls in the black Snoop Dogs with the gold numbers, black pants, and the traditional gold helmets. So I'll be back. We got 2:10 on the warm-up clock. I'll be back when the game starts to call all the action. All right, so the girls are standing there at the net for their traditional pregame huddle. They've picked them up. They put them away. They're going to be ready to go. Go over and see Coach Eric, Michael, Coach Jason, also Coach Shireen here today for the afternoon tally. As Holt falls with the pucks at the bench. Kaylin, you never cease to amaze me with the falling. So we're going to have, looks like Dixon, Mrazek Makasenko with Blinka and Bukovic back. As goaltender Barber takes the long skate to the right. Zebras check with everybody, and here we go. Americans win the faceoff back. Mrazek provides some pressure as they chip it forward. Blinka backhands it ahead to Dixon. Dixon sends it down the near wall into the corner. Americans going to chase it down there. Makasenko comes in and battles. Puck back to the point. Blinka can't hold. Back to neutralize. Bukovic going to chase it down top of the zone, send it back out to neutralize. Americans have to wait for the zone to clear. So they battle along the near wall here at the blue line. Mrazek sends it in deeper. Bukovic going to chase it down behind the net. Reverses direction up the near side to Mrazek. Mrazek along the wall, chips it forward for Dixon. Here comes Dixon up the near wall. Dixon gains his own, sends it across. Makasenka had to hold. Pass goes in too deep. Americans chop at it. Mrazek holds the point. Puck loose center. Dixon. Dixon with a shot. Goaltender with a pad save. Puck near wall. Holt now playing the point. Dixon sends it in. Tried to get it over to Makasenka. Couldn't get it through. Puck loose. Mrazek chips it in deep. As Claherty steps in. Claherty knocked down, no call. Betzler chips it in a little deeper. Americans send it across. Here they come through neutralize. Shot off Barber's glove high behind the net. Betzler chips it across. Now it's going to be McVeigh. McVeigh through center ice ahead to Claherty. Too far. Claherty picked it back up, sent it across for Shannon. Shannon in the corner, puts it in deeper. Holt back here on the point, never gets there. Americans have it behind the net. They bring it up the far wall. Shannon chips it away, knocks it in deeper. McVeigh turns. Claherty can't get there. They send it back to the point now. Americans up the near wall. Holt comes over. Goaltender Barber gets the glove down, and that'll be a whistle. We're at 10:58. Clock didn't start, so I'll reset you there. We come to the near circle. This will be Makasenka with Warner and Gaffney. Shot from the point, off a skate, back to the far point. Goes in behind the net now. Americans pick it up there. They send it around into the near corner. Back to the point. Shot from the point, bouncing puck. Barber can't get that one in her goaltending equipment. Still loose in front, they're poking at it. Puck still loose, centered in front. Bukovic cleared that off the doorstep to Warner. Here comes Warner. Warner looking for the head pass to Makasenka. Can't get it through. She's going to come up the near wall. Going to lose the puck back to center ice. Blinka picks it up. Blinka puts it across to Gaffney. Gaffney loses it. Bukovic picks it up on the blue line. Reverses it back out of the zone. Too far for Makasenka. Bukovic again, top of the zone. Cross for Makasenka. Too far for Warner. So they chop out of here. Warner sends it in. Chops it down the wall into the near corner. Americans player going to run that down there. Here they come back through center ice. Blinka held the player up momentarily. Bukovic got over there, shot. Barber pushes that to the far corner. Shot to the near corner now. Americans are going to pick it up there. Turn. Come through the center. Blinka knocked that behind the net where Makasenka picked it up. Makasenka backhands it up too far for Mrazek. Shot from the point, nothing on it. Blinka cuts that off. Blinka chipped it ahead but not out as Mrazek fell down going into the wall. Blinka turns, sends it up the wall, and Dixon's going to chip it out as Makasenka's going to chase it. Dixon picks it up, carries it into the zone. Makasenka at the point. Dropped it from Mrazek. Back into the corner. Dixon's going to pick it up there. Can't get a center. Americans are going to pick it up behind the net. 9:09 to go. Bring it up the far wall. Mrazek chopping at it. Betzler sends it ahead to Dixon. Dixon has a little bit of room. 2 Americans back. Tried to shoot, fanned on it. They cleared it past Holt, back to Mrazek. Mrazek sends it across to Betzler. Betzler's going to skate it up. Lost it at the blue line. Mrazek's going to chip it. Now it's going to be Betzler. Betzler sends it ahead in front of the Americans bench. Claherty cuts that off. Claherty one-on-one. Gets around one player. Backhand. Gets it on the forehand. Goalie saves in behind the net. Americans player kicks at it. Sends it across through neutral ice over to Betzler in front of the Penguins bench, who sends it ahead to Claherty. Claherty up the far wall. She gets around one, gets held up briefly. Sends it off the side of the net. Puck behind the net now. Americans pick it up, send it up the wall. Bukovic held the point, chipped it in deeper. Mrazek. Mrazek throws it towards the net, off the side of the net behind. Americans send it up the near wall. Blinka holds. Sends it across in the center to McVeigh. McVeigh tried to chip it in deeper to Makasenka and couldn't. Americans player loses it there. Puck loose center ice. Bukovic, the only one back now. Weak shot. Barber ramped it. It hit the post and then went over the net as Blinka takes it up the far wall. Loses it at center ice. Blinka falls down. It's in her pads. McVeigh chips it ahead. Now it's going to be Makasenko. Makasenko gains the zone. Gets whacked with the stick. Gets a shot off, misses near side. Puck behind the net now. Near corner. Puck all the way across. Bukovic skates in there, gives up her body to make the play, and chips it back into the zone. Now it's Shannon. Shannon loses it. Makasenko backhands it ahead, can't keep it. Bukovic back up now. She's going to send it across and in. Shannon's going to be out. She got hit. Did not retaliate. We're going to get a face-off center ice on the offside play. 7:04 first. Claherty, Warner, and Gaffney with Holt and Betzler back as Warner battles for it here along the wall. Claherty comes in to help. Ahead to Warner. Warner over to Gaffney. Can't handle the pass. Puck cleared back to neutralize. Betzler. Betzler put it over to Claherty. Claherty going to battle here for it. She's going to come out there with it. Loses it center ice, and the Americans chip it all the way back in. It's going to be an icing. 6:38 will come down here. Face off in the near circle to the right of the Americans goalie, left on your screen. Claherty, Gaffney, Warner, Holt, and Betzler. Face off there. Americans going to take it up the far wall. Skating through the center of the zone, Warner chipped it off her stick. Betzler picks it up behind the net, sends it around to Warner on the near wall. Warner sends it ahead too far for Claherty. And we're going to get an icing call on the fence. So 6:15 will come down here, which should be the near circle. To Barber's left or right on your screen for a face-off in our defensive zone. Bukovic and Blinka back with Mrazek, Makasenko, and Dixon up front. To the 13 of you that are out there, I appreciate it. As Dixon steps in to take this draw. Americans win it back. Point, D to D pass, past Dixon's stick. Dixon broke that up, Makasenko chipped at it. Bukovic chipped it ahead to Dixon. Dixon flips it. Back at neutral ice. Americans have it. Makasenko chipped that in. They're going to call it offsides. Not sure I saw that, but Zuber did. I'm going to get a face-off on the dot here in front of me. Same players. Referee directing traffic behind him. Makasenko wins it back to Bukovic. She puts it off the wall for Mrazek. Mrazek chips it up the far wall. Throws it into the center, blocked by an Americans player. Puck loose. Dixon has it on the near wall. Dixon throws it towards the net. Americans player picks it up there. Puck still in the corner. Dixon battling with two Americans. Puck comes past Blinka at the point. It's going to go all the way down for an icing. 5:35 to go. We'll come back to the same circle. Claherty with Shannon and McVeigh. Holt and Betzler back. Draw over to Shannon. Holt with a shot, misses near side. All the way over to the far corner where McVeigh's going to chop at it. He's going to backhand it towards the center, cut off by an American. Claherty picks it up, spinning, turning, loses the puck. Betzler chips in, throws it back into the center. Lots of Americans there, and Betzler can't hold that one, and it's back to neutral ice. She sends it ahead to Claherty. Claherty chips in. Loses the puck. McVeigh picks it up. Claherty gets wrestled to the ground, no call. As Shannon picks it up, sends it to the point to Holt. Holt's going to shoot from there off the knee pad of an Americans player. Now they're going to battle there as Holt goes down. Americans come the other way. They're still battling. Makasenko picked that one off. Turns the other way. She has Shannon ahead of her. She's going to take it. They caught him in a change. Kylie skating hard. Gets a shot off right into the chest of the goalie, and goalie saves and covers. 4:40 to go. We'll be here in the near circle. Makasenko with Warner and Gaffney. Bukovic and Blinka back. Americans win the drawback, but Warner comes out of there with it, at least momentarily. Makasenka chips it back to the wall, and then this time the Americans chip it out. Bukovic with a head of steam gets there first, chips it back the other way. Ahead for Warner. Makasenka provided a nice screen as Warner comes up the wall. Zebra in the way, puck in the corner. Americans have it there. Warner knocked out off her shin guard into the corner. Continues to battle for it. Escape by Blanca, and here they come up the near wall. Makasenka chips in there, knocks the puck out as Barber watches it roll to the end line behind her in the far corner. Bukovic blocked that centering pass. They throw it in front again. Puck still loose. Barber with a nice pad save there. Puck still loose. Barber's lost her glove and her, actually her stick in her blocker, rather. And I think they whistled it dead because the goalie lost the blocker. So we're going to go to the far circle as Barber not only lost the stick, she lost the blocker. And they whistled it dead. So Claherty takes the draw here. Betzler reverses. Claherty now picks it up. She's going to come up the near side. 3-on-2 break if they hurry. Claherty chips it around one player. Now it's a 3-on-1 break. She's got Mrazek over there. She can't get through. Didn't get a pass off. Tried to keep it herself and didn't get it through. Betzler throws it in deeper. This time Claherty has it. She chips it towards the goalie. Goalie pokes it in behind. Claherty sends it across to the point. Holt's going to pick it up there. Holt throws it towards the net. Deflected to the near side. Where Claherty's going to battle two Americans forward into the corner. Puck back up top. Betzler chips it back into that near corner. Dixon's going to go battle for it. Dixon centers. Mrazek can't get a stick on it, and here come the Americans. Holt and Betzler back. Holt better get over to that side because that player skated right around Betzler. And goaltender Barber puts up the glove and says, "Not right now." As Holt almost tackles Barber. So we had a breakaway there as they got around Betzler. And Barber gloved that one. Makasenka steps in for the drop. Backhand towards goaltender Barber. She puts the paw on it, and we're going to go to the same circle with the same players, different time on the clock. Do it again. Americans win that face-off back. Shannon cut that one off. She chipped it around a player, and here she comes with a burst of speed. Shannon with the puck, can't get it on her forehand. Backhand miss near side. Puck into the corner. Blanca backs up. Pass behind the other Americans player, over to the far side. Bukovic there. Drop pass. McVeigh provided some pressure. They dump it into the far corner. All the way around to the near corner now. Shannon chipped it. It came back out to the center ice with 2:24 to go. Shannon's going to backhand it here in front of me into our zone offensively. And then it comes back to neutral ice. Blanca has to wait for that zone to clear. She puts it ahead to Makasenka. Makasenka let McVeigh clear. Coming up the near wall. Makasenka with a nice move. Gets a shot off. Misses high far side. McVeigh tried to center, cut off by an Americans player. Back to the point. Bukovic chips it in. Americans player blocks it. Puck loose. Makasenka going to go try to battle for it. Americans take it in behind the net. Send it up the near wall. Blanca has it at the point. She tries to send it in. Can't. Blocked by an Americans player who backhands it back to neutral ice. Too weak for an icing as Bukovic is going to go chase that down. Take it around the net. Bring it up the far wall. Shannon calling for it. Bukovic lost the puck. She turned, regained as two Americans fall down. Bukovic has to go chase it down on the far corner. She sends it all the way around. Where Shannon's going to pick it up, but there's going to be some pressure from an Americans player. Now it's going to be Gaffney. Gaffney can't handle it. Shannon overskates. And the Americans are going to be offsides. So with a minute 24 to go, we'll come back here to this dot to my right. And we'll get a draw. Warner, Claherty, Gaffney with Holt and Betzler back. Americans carry it in the center of the top of the zone. Gaffney and Warner squeeze that play off as the puck goes behind the net. Now Holt. Holt sends it up the wall. Americans hold the point, send it in deeper. Deflected. Holt throws it over to the far wall. Betzler. Betzler off the wall, out at the point. Claherty overskated. Gaffney overskated. Betzler again. Betzler tries to dump it for Claherty. It's going to go too far. She's going to pick it up. She's not going to have an angle to do anything with it. As the Americans separated her from the puck, 51 seconds to go. Puck in the corner, up the wall. Holt can't hold, she was out too deep. Has to wait for the zone to clear. It does. Kaylin comes in the near wall. She sends it in behind the net as Warner wisely covers her point. They switch, get back in their natural positions, and Betzler sends it in deep. Puck loose, Warner skates over and picks it up. In behind the net now, Warner with a center, can't get it through. Gaffney can't get a stick on it. Gaffney sends it over to the wall. Americans pick it up with 22 to go. Betzler held it, Gaffney couldn't. And now here come the Americans skating. Holt back, Holt separates that player from the puck, chips it back towards the point. Warner picks it up with 13 ticks to go. Warner tried to get it ahead to Clark, he couldn't get it through. Americans dump it down the wall. Miss to the near side with 4 seconds to go. Goes in behind the net, Betzler should just hold it there. And that's going to do it for the first. So we played one, it's scoreless. You on mute, be back. All right, we're back for number 2. Makasenko, Mrazek, Dixon with Blinka Bukovic back. Americans win that faceoff back to their D. Top of the zone, Dixon applies some pressure. D-to-D pass over to the wall in front of the Pens bench, into the Zebra's feet. They clear it, but there's a battle here at mid-ice. As the Americans gain the zone. Blinka separated that player from the puck, sends it back towards the top of the zone, but not out. Dixon can't get it out. This time it's in Makasenko's feet. She chops, can't get it out. Americans come up the far wall. They get a shot off from there, misses to the far side. Puck in the near corner. Missed to the near side, I should say. Shooter's far side, our near side. Puck back into the corner, where Bukovic is going to pick it up, send it up the wall. Centering pass, Barber pokes that over into the far corner. Blinka up the wall, can't get it out. Mrazek battling. Mrazek can't get it out. This time the puck comes across the top of the zone, Americans hold. And finally, Kylie chips it out while they regroup. Mrazek couldn't handle that one as it skipped through her skates. And Bukovic is going to go over and chop that one out ahead to Dixon, who's held up by an Americans player. Puck loose here on the wall. Makasenko's going to pick it up. Makasenko chips it ahead into the top of our offensive zone. Mrazek tried to cut that off. Makasenko sent it in, but Dixon was offsides. So we'll come to the dot just here in front of me, to my right, by the Yetis logo. And it's going to be Shannon, Warner, and Clark with McVeigh and Holt back. Clark wins the draw back to Holt. Holt across to McVeigh. McVeigh loses it. Here come the Americans. Holt back. Holt chips at it. Allowed the team to catch up. Separates that player from the puck. Shannon chips it off the wall and out. And she's going to pick it up and go. She chips it by one player. It's a bit of a race here. Puck rolls towards the net. Clark couldn't get a stick on it. They center. It's loose in front. Shannon chopped at it. Actually, Warner chopped at it. Still loose in front. Shannon chopping again. Can't get it in. Clawhardy into the corner. Tried to center. Blocked by an Americans player. And here they come the other way. Holt and McVeigh back. Warner digging hard to get back into play. Holt with a nice play. Pokes it off that player's stick. Holt's going to chip it off the wall. Chip it off the wall again. She's going to continue to battle there on the wall. Still battling on the wall with an Americans. Holt comes out of there with it. Around the zebra. Up the wall. And here comes Holt. 2-on-1 with Warner. Holt up the far side. Still skating. Holt gets a shot off. Goalie with the save. Warner can't do anything with the rebound. Warner backhands it towards the net. Goalie covers.
Nice job, Billy!
And with 10:30 to go, second period, we're still scoreless. Good shift there for Holt. Made a couple of nice defensive plays. Now it's going to be Gaffney, Makasenka, Dixon with Blinka and Bukovic back. Makasenka's going to step in for this draw. Referee just throws it at them. Doesn't even drop it. Puck goes all the way over to the far side. Blinka can't hold. Has to regroup. She backhands it across. Gets picked up by an Americans player. Skates around Gaffney. Coming up the near wall. Bukovic going to push that player to the wall. Shoots in behind the net. Bad angle. Puck loose out front. And they bang it in. Barber didn't see it. Puck came on a bad angle off the wall. Barber tried to get a piece of goaltending equipment on it. Couldn't. It was loose in the front. She had no idea where it was, and they banged it home. So with 10:11 to go, second period, that's 1-0 Americans. On a bad rebound that Barber couldn't control in front of the net. So we've got Clawhardy, Mrazek, and McVeigh with Blinka and Bukovic. Bukovic chips it ahead. Here come the Americans again. Up the far wall, or up the near wall, rather. In the corner, try to send him. Mrazek blocked that. She tried to send it out, couldn't. Back to the point. Back to the corner. And around behind the net. Bukovic blocked out. Clawhardy sends it up the wall, but not out. Mrazek battles. They send it in deeper down the wall. Americans player fan on the shot, then sent it across to the near corner, back to the point. She gets a shot off there. Blinka tipped it, went in the near far corner. Americans player picks it up there. Blinka has it, trying to clear, can't. Blinka does clear. Here comes Clawhardy. Clawhardy up the far wall. Around one player. Here comes Clawhardy all by herself. Clawhardy shoots right into the chest of the goalie. Got in deep, didn't have an angle. Bukovic holds the point, bounces it, goes all the way to the end wall. Back to the point, Blinka can't hold. And here comes an Americans player, Bukovic hurrying to get back. As Mrazek gets knocked down. Missed high on that shot as the player put a shoulder into Mrazek and knocked her over. Mrazek with the puck now near wall. Ahead to Clawhardy, too far. Americans pick it up. You feel that momentum changing. They come down the far wall. Blinka applying some pressure. Centering pass gets through everybody, tipped behind the wall. Behind the net, rather. Into the corner. Here comes Clawhardy. Clawhardy up the near wall, forgot the puck. Continues to battle for it there. They send it in deeper. Bukovic chips it up the wall to Mrazek. Mrazek sends it out. No. Oh, Americans sent it in. They were offsides.
Let's go, T! They throw up and keep going! Let's go, T! Let's go, T! Come on, T! Dig! Dig!
So we've got a face-off here in the circle to my left. Makasenka, Warner, Dixon. Americans win it back. They send it ahead. McVeigh has it. She sends it out. Too far for Dixon. Americans backhand send it out of the zone. Too far for everybody. No ice, and as Holt picks it up, takes it behind the net, reverses direction, chips it around an Americans player, ahead to Makasenka. Makasenka centers it across, can't get it out. As this time, McVeigh chips it ahead, too far for Dixon. Americans come back the other way. There's going to be an offsides. Warner prevented that as she chipped it down. He called icing, referee didn't blow it. The back referee had his hand up, the front ref did not whistle it. Americans chip it ahead. Holt stood that player up, chipped it ahead.
Don't give up on it, Herbert!
Holt, puck red line. Here she comes down the near wall. She's got some space. Around one player. She gets a shot off. Goalie tipped it, went high behind the net, into the near corner. where Makasenka's going to battle for it. She's going to send it over to Gaffney. Gaffney wide open, blocked by an Americans player. Didn't get much on the shot. As the Americans come up the near side. Holt back. Holt skating hard as the Americans player changed angles. McVeigh got a stick down, blocked that. Holt picks it up behind them. Sends it up the wall. Dixon picks it up there, chips it ahead and out. Americans pick it up, send it back across here to the top of the zone. Bad giveaway. Here comes Dixon. Dixon gets a shot off, misses to the far side. Puck up the far wall. Bukovic, they chip it into the bench. None of our girls made a play on it, so that's why they didn't call a penalty. Comes all the way loose. Puck loose. Thankfully, Bukovic cleaned that off the doorstep. Barber had no idea where that was. We're going to get a penalty here. And we're at 6:41. This penalty is going to be on the Americans for tripping. So we're going to put an Americans player in the bin here for 90 seconds. Pens will go on the power play. Shannon, Gaffney, Clawhardy with Bukovic and Blinka back as Clawhardy lines up Shannon in the spot. See if she can do anything with it. She got it over to her. Shannon couldn't get the shot off with any mustard on it, and goalie made that save. So we'll try to do that again. Clawhardy talking to Shannon, giving her some instruction there. Do it again. This time it didn't work. It came across to Makasenka. Makasenka can't hold it. And the Americans chip it back the other way, short-handed. Bukovic racing, chips it over to the wall. Zebra got out of the way. Somebody threw a stick, it was Blinka. Puck loose there along the far wall. Americans dump it back in, Bukovic picks it up. Takes it behind the net, reverses direction, up the wall. Chipped it ahead to Shannon. Shannon backhands it out. Too far. Clawhardy picked it up. Here she comes. Clawhardy around everybody. Another breakaway for Clawhardy. Clawhardy bangs it top left. That's 1-0. 1-1 Pens. And the Americans tied. As the Pens Elite faithful shakes the bleachers. So Clawhardy on a nice individual play finds the top left corner of the net. And with 6:05 to go in the second period, we got a tie score. So Warner's going to step in for this draw. Dixon and Gaffney on her wings. Holt and McVeigh back. Holt can't clear. Gaffney tries to clear, can't. Puck still in the zone. They continue to battle for it. Americans take it up the far wall. They get a bouncing shot there. Barber ramped it behind the net. Puck behind the net now. McVeigh. McVeigh sends it up the wall to the point. Americans hold, send it in deeper. Holt picks it up there, sends it all the way around. Gaffney can't get there. Americans hold, send it in deep. Holt again. Holt picks up the puck. Loses it in the corner. She's battling two Americans. Warner chipped it off her stick. Americans tried to shoot it through. Warner knocked that down. Warner got hit in the arm. She's hurt. She's going to keep playing though. She's going to go battle on the wall. Americans send it in. Gaffney got knocked down. McVeigh can't get it up the wall. Americans hold the point again. Warner playing a little ginger after that puck hit her up high. Puck rolling all the way into goaltender Barber. We're going to get a stoppage with 4:52. So we'll go to the far circle. Wholesale change. Clawhardy, Shannon, Makasenka come out with Mrazek and Bukovic. I guess Mrazek's playing D at this point. As Clawhardy steps in for this draw in our defensive zone. Americans win it back. Back to the point. Shot from there. Puck loose. We're going to try the wraparound. Thankfully, Mrazek got over there as Barber was sliding out of position. Puck in behind the net. Far corner. Battling. Americans pick it up there. Shot missed near side. Makasenka gets over there and sends it up the wall, but not out. Clawhardy tried to chip it by a player, couldn't. Shot from the point, high over everybody as Bukovic ducked. It was 8 feet over her head. Puck on the far wall. Bukovic battles with two Americans now. One falls down. They continue to battle. Here comes Shannon out of there with it. Shannon loses it. to Mrazek. Mrazek chips it. It comes out. Here comes Makasenko up the near wall. Makasenko gathers as Shannon stays on sides. Drop to Shannon. She couldn't handle it. Here come the Americans the other way. Bukovic and Mrazek back. Bukovic pushed that player to the wall. Player skates around Bukovic, shoots, bad angle shot off the side of the net. Centered, it comes all the way through. It's going to go all the way down. No arm raised. No icing. As Clarity picks that up coming into the top of the zone. Around one player, loses control of it. Shannon tried to get a shot off, fanned on it. Makasenko behind the net. Clarity digging, trying to get there, chops at it. Bukovic holds, fans on the shot. Clarity overskated, comes back to neutralize. Clarity sends it ahead. Clarity falls down. Bukovic chipped it in. As puck comes all the way down here. The arm's up. That's going to be an icing. So we'll come back down here. Warner, Gaffney, Dixon, Holt, and Blinka. Mix up the defensive pairs a little bit. As Dixon sends it in behind the net. Americans player picks it up there, sends it up the far wall, where Holt's going to hold the point, send it in deeper into that far corner. Dixon's going to chase that down. She's going to try to center, gets it through to Gaffney. She can't do anything with it. Americans come up the near wall. They chip it past Blinka. Blinka's going to hurry. Holt's going to chase that down. Holt's going to send it off the wall to Dixon. Dixon up the far wall. 3-on-2 if they hurry. They were offsides though. Warner preceded the puck into the zone. So we'll be offsides, get a face-off in front of the Penguins bench. 2:43 second, 1-1. Line change, Clarity, Shannon, Makasenko with Holt and Blinka back. Draws it back to Holt. Holt to Blinka. Blinka backhands it ahead to Shannon. Shannon can't handle it. They chip it out. Puck all the way down now into the near corner. And we get an icing. 2:31. We'll come back down here. Back in focus here. As Claudia's going to step in with Makasenko, Shannon, McVeigh, and Bukovic back. Clardy's going to try to send it over to Shannon. Doesn't. Sends it back to McVeigh. McVeigh throws it across, cut off by an Americans player who's going to take it up the far wall. It's going to be McVeigh and an Americans player. McVeigh, she chips it by McVeigh. It's going to go to the end wall. Try to center, can't. Puck in behind the net. Backhand shot, knocked down by goaltender Barber. Bukovic gets pulled down. We're going to get a penalty on the Americans here. We'll call a cross-check. And so we'll come back down here on the power play, 90 seconds against the Americans. 2:11 to go in the second. Clardy, Makasenko, Shannon. And we're going to go to the other circle, Bukovic and McVeigh. Clardy going to step in to take this draw. Over to Shannon. Shannon tries to get it over to Makasenko, can't. They chip it out, McVeigh picks it up. McVeigh sends it ahead to Makasenko. Makasenko up the near wall, chips it past everybody into the far corner, where Shannon knocks it down there, and they're going to battle. Puck loose behind, goes in behind the net. Makasenko pulled down, no call.
Go!
Here come the Americans, shorthanded. Bukovic back with McVeigh. Clardy chipped that off her stick. Backhand knocked down by Makasenko. Forehand shot, Barber ramps that behind the net. McVeigh overskates. McVeigh sends it up the wall to Clardy, who chips it past the player. And here she comes. One player to beat, Shannon on her wing. She gets around that player. She dropped it, Shannon overskated it. And here they come the other way with an advantage. Makasenko digs to make it 3-2 Pens coming back. Minute 17 in the period, 35 seconds left in the power play. McVeigh takes it behind the net. Sends it off the wall near side. Gets out. Here comes Shannon. Shannon over to Clardy, too far. Clardy regroups. Americans player kicks it. Mrazek dumps it in deep into the corner. 56 seconds to go in the period, 14 in the penalty. That was definitely too many, but they didn't call it. Holt's going to chip at it, send it across to Mrazek. And they're going to be offsides. So we're going to have a face-off in the far circle in front of the Penguins bench. Oh, they're going to come here to the near circle, near dot. Gaffney, Warner, Dixon. Mrazek and Holt with 42 to go. Penalty over, even strength hockey. Going to chip it ahead. Warner's going to reverse it the other way. Now it's going to be Holt chipping it. Still can't get it out. Warner chips at it. Holt this time has it. Holt pushes it up the boards, and this time it does come out. Here comes Dixon. Dixon chips it ahead. Nobody there as the Americans send it back the other way. Warner knocked it in, but they're going to be offsides with 20.2 to go. We'll go to the circle this time. And, oh no, he wants to go here again. He's coming to the near dot. 20.2. 1-1 tie, second period. Warner wins that over to Dixon. He can't handle it. The Americans chip it back. Holt picks it up. Regroups top of the zone. She sends it ahead to Warner. Warner picks it up with 9 seconds, dumps it into the far corner. That should do it for the period. 4.8 to go. Warner gets a shot off, knocked down by the Americans, and that's going to do it. We've played 2. It's tied at 1. I'll be back for the third. All right, Pens are going to come out for the third. Clawhardy, Shannon, Makasenko with Blinka and Bukovic back. Still waiting for the Americans. And here they come.
Let's go, White!
So Clawhardy will step in for this draw. And away we go, and I don't have the clock in line, so I'll fix it here. I'll fix it at the next break. I'm about 10 seconds behind. Americans in behind the net with the puck. Sorry, I missed that. I'll fix it next break. Americans reverse, send it through the center into the near corner. Diving play to keep it. This time it's going to be Clawhardy knocking it out. Blinka chips it ahead back to neutralize. Clawhardy centers it for Shannon. Too far. Clawhardy picks that up. She's going to come to neutralize with it. Up the far wall. They chip it back to neutralize, where Bukovic picks it up. Bukovic sends it ahead for Shannon. Clawhardy's offsides. And I'll get it back in line at 12:10. And we'll come here to the near dot. Oh no, we're going to go to the far dot. Dixon, Gaffney, Warner, McVeigh, and Holt. Dixon chips it into the zone. Americans pick it up there. Up to the point. They're going to come up the near wall. Through everybody. Holt blocked that shot. Puck, Americans player down, Warner down. Into the corner, McVeigh's going to go battle. They send it back to the point. Gaffney can't do anything with it. She's going to battle there. Warner comes in to help. They poke it. Still can't get it out. Battle in front of the bench. Gaffney spinning. Gaffney knocked down. We're going to get a penalty.
Bullshit call.
As Pens are going to go back on the power play. Call is going to be rough. So we'll come back down here. Go to the far circle. Shannon Makasenka, Claherty with Holt and McVeigh back as Betzler's gone to the locker room. So we're short again. Got to get one of the Americans' players off. They're short. We're set. Here we go. Shannon draws it back to McVeigh. McVeigh can't handle it. Holt's going to have to hurry as Claherty steps in to take this puck. She comes up the near side. They separate her from the puck. They knock it down here top of the zone. They chip it out past Shannon. McVeigh's going to go chase this down on the near wall. She's going to take it in behind. They can't quite get it out of our defensive zone. This time they will, as Claherty puts it ahead to Makasenka. Makasenka's got to get around this Americans player. She can't. She tried to center for Shannon, couldn't get it through. As Claherty goes over to the wall, battles. Puck came out, goes in. Shannon wasn't out, and that'll be an offsides. So we're going to go to the far dot in front of the Americans bench. 10:50 to go, 43 seconds in the penalty. Claherty, Dixon, and Makasenka, Mrazek, and Bukovic back. Claherty steps in for this draw. Dixon can't quite keep a handle on it as Americans come the other way. Bukovic pushes that player to the wall. She gets a shot off, misses far side. Makasenka gets over there, but can't do anything with it as she's knocked down. Claherty chips it out of the zone. They battle in front of the Penguins bench. They continue to battle. Makasenka pushing. Puck loose along the blue line here. Americans chip it in. They're going to get a shot from there. Miss to the far side. Warner's going to pick it up on the wall. She chips it ahead. Warner sends it ahead to Claherty. Claherty up the far wall. She's got Dixon and Warner trailing. Claherty loses the puck. Mrazek tries to hold, can't. They battle in front of the Americans bench, and here they come. One-on-one with Bukovic. Claherty hurrying to get back in. Bukovic pushes that player to the wall. Dumps it in deep behind the net. Penalty over, 9:54. Puck loose in front. Claherty chipped it off the doorstep. She sends it up the wall. Dixon can't get a handle on it. This time it's going to be Warner ahead to Dixon. It's in Dixon's feet. She can't keep possession of it. Here come the Americans the other way. Had Claherty turned the wrong way. Bukovic comes over. Claherty pokes out to the wall. Backhand. Claherty picks it up behind the net. Chips it around. Warner chips it up the wall to Claherty, who can't maintain it, and the Americans wait for the zone to clear, which it doesn't. They were offsides, didn't call it. Bukovic has it, chips it up the wall, can't get it out. Americans have it here. Mrazek blocked that shot. Mrazek knocked down. Here comes Gaffney ahead to Shannon. Americans have it. Neutralized, they're going to battle there. Blinka's going to pick it up, send it ahead. Americans pick it up top of their defensive zone. Dump it off the wall angrily. They come around the near corner here. Holt's going to cheat in, hold, dump it deep. Shannon's going to pick it up, send it over to Gaffney. Gaffney can't do anything with it. Americans up the far wall. Blinka back to Holt. Holt chipped it ahead of them to Gaffney. Gaffney pushes it over to Shannon. Makasenka bats it into the zone. Nobody in deep. Americans skate around Shannon. Makasenka separates that player from the puck, dumps it in. This time it comes back out to neutralize Gaffney. Gaffney's going to wait. She's going to lose it. Here comes the Americans on a break. Holt's going to have to hurry. Holt got there and cleaned it up after a bad turnover by Gaffney. Americans have it neutralized. They send it deep into the near corner. Blinka's going to go chase that down. Blinka battles with a couple of Americans back there. They come out of there with the puck. They send it up the wall. Makasenka's going to get over there, chip it by an American. And here comes Clarity. Clarity has a burst of speed. She gets around American's player. Breakaway for Clarity. Shannon there. Passes it to her. Shannon couldn't do anything with it. It was a nice pass from Clarity. Shannon was on her backhand, which is a preferred shot. She couldn't do anything with it. And here comes the junior Americans up the near wall. Holt's going to push that player to the wall. Separated from the puck. She gets it back. Holt regained possession of the puck with her stick. Put in a corner where Makasenka's going to dump it ahead but not out. Clarity didn't see it. Skates it through the center of the zone, bouncing. Holt cleaned that off the doorstep. Holt falls down. Americans player falls on top of her. Dixon sends it over. Holt back. Reverses direction behind the net. Sends it up the near wall. No, she's going to skate. Now she's going to send it ahead. Too far for Dixon. Americans send it back the other way. They bring it up the near wall. Centering pass too far for their player. Makasenka's going to skate over, chip it out of the zone ahead to Dixon too far. Dixon overskates. Americans come back the other way, 6:53 to go. Puck into the far corner. Behind the net, Holt. Holt picks it up, chips it through center. Gaffney can't get it out. Americans player turns. Gaffney falls. Holt there, dealing. Up high. Hit goaltender Barber up high. She dropped it and it rolled into the net. Barber put all her goaltending equipment up around her face. The puck bounced off all of it and somehow ended up in the back of the net. So it's now 2-1 Americans with 6:37 to go, third period. As that puck hit Barber up high, ricocheted off all of her goaltending equipment. And it's now 2-1 Americans. So Warner's going to step in with Shannon and you can see who's on the far side, Gaffney again. With McVeigh and Bukovich back. Americans dump it. The hand was up, but didn't make it all the way to the end. McVeigh skies it out of the zone to Warner. Warner chips it around the player, 2-on-1 with Shannon. Warner's going to have to hurry here. She pokes it ahead, tries to poke it ahead to Shannon, can't get it through. Regains, puck was on the doorstep and Shannon bangs it in. Warner throws it to the net and Shannon banged that in. And that'll be 2-2. So just like that, it's 2-2. As Warner came down the far wall, threw it towards the net. It was rolling, and Shannon crashed that net and banged it in. So that's going to be 2-2 with 6:13 to go. If you haven't heard it, these Rochester fans are quite loud. So face-off here, Clarity sends it over to Makasenka. Makasenka sends it back through the center for Clarity. He can't handle it. Over to the wall. Dixon's going to hold it, dump it into the corner. Clarty's going to chase. Clarty's going to battle, not come out of there with the puck. Americans have it in the corner. Americans send it up the wall. Bukovich sends it back in deep. Dixon's there. Dixon tries to center, bounces through everybody over to the far wall. McVeigh holds. Makasenka chipped it to Clarity. She overskated. Here come the Americans the other way. They chip it ahead Bukovich. Bukovich is going to send it back out to neutralize. Americans are offsides with 5:37 to go. So this faceoff will be on the dot in front of the bench. Dixon, Makasenka, Clarity, Mrazek, and Holt. As the Americans gain the zone down the far wall, Makasenka tries to separate from the puck, can't. Mrazek chipping, can't. Player still has the puck centered. Mrazek cleaned that off the doorstep. Now she sends it up the wall. Doesn't come out as the Penguins overskated the Americans. Holt knocked that shot down, turns, sends it up the wall, not out. They hold the point. Oh, it does come out. Here come the Americans regrouping. They send it in, but they're going to be offsides with 5:12 to go. So we'll come to center ice. for a draw. With 5:12 to go, tie score, third period. Warner, Shannon, Gaffney, Mrazek, and Holt. Holt picks it up there, tries to get it ahead to Shannon, does. Shannon backhands, loses it. Picks it up, dumps it ahead to Warner. Shannon still has it in her feet, loses it to an Americans player. Holt back. Holt steers that player to the wall. Puts a shoulder into her and steers her to the wall. They continue to whack at each other. Holt's taking a beating again. As Holt gets stood up, elbow in the face this time. Americans still battle for it along the wall. Shannon gets it out. Puck loose, back to the top of the zone. Holt's going to chase that one down. He's going to take it behind the net. Americans are going to go for a change. It's going to create some room for Holt while they come out. Holt kicks at it, still has it, coming up the near wall. Still has it. She's going to get a shot off. Goaltender's going to glove that one. As Holt brought it coast to coast with 4:25 to go. Second period, we're going to get a wholesale change. Claherty, Makasenka, and Dixon come out with Bukovic and Blinka. 4:25 to go. Face off to the right of the Americans goalie, left on your screen. Claherty going to step in and take it. Wins it back to Dixon. Dixon tries to throw it into the net. It gets blocked by an Americans player. Blinka can't hold it. It comes back to neutral ice, where Bukovic is going to reverse it back. Claherty picks it up here. Claherty skates into the center. She can't get around it. Makasenka picks it up. Makasenka centers, can't get it to Dixon. Bukovic chips it in low. Makasenka tried to center as she fell down. Puck over to the near wall. Americans pick it up with 4 minutes to go. Blinka stopped it at least momentarily. Now Claherty fanned on it, turned it over. Here come the Americans. Around Blinka. Bukovic. Shot missed far side. Puck on the far wall. Americans reverse, send it in deeper. Bukovic picks it up there. Holding Bukovic's stick. Claherty steers it into the corner. They're going to battle for it there. Americans come out with it. Claherty has it on her stick. She's going to center it as Dixon gets knocked down. Claherty battling with a player. Makasenka gets through a bunch of players. She gets pulled down, no call. Americans have it on the near wall. Zebras have put the whistles away, apparently. They come up the near wall. Blinka's going to try to battle for it there. Player twice her size. Americans have behind the net. Claherty steps in to provide pressure. Comes out of there with the puck. Here comes Claherty. Claherty too far for Warner. Americans player picks that up. Dixon chipped at it. Can't do anything with it. Blinka stands that player up. Player still has the puck coming in tight. Holt tried to stop it. Barber had fallen down ahead of the play. Holt was playing goaltender. And I think they're going to call that a goal. Zebras are talking. Zebras are talking. Zebras are talking. Let's see what they're going to call her. They're going to call it a goal. So Barber was down. Holt was trying to play goalie because Barber was down. And it's 3-2.
Let's go, boys! Keep it up! Let's go!
Shannon, Gaffney, Warner, McVeigh, and Holt. Back to Holt. Holt chips it ahead. Puck in the near corner. Holt holds the point, stands that girl up at the blue line. Warner comes out of there with it. Shannon overskates. Holt's going to have to back up. Here come the Americans. Skate across the top of the zone. Shot missed far side. McVeigh's going to pick it up. McVeigh's going to send it ahead. Puck in behind the net now. Americans player picks it up there. Centering off goaltender Barber. She didn't know where it was. It hit her in the skate. And she fell down and covered it. She didn't see it coming at her skate. 2-11. Near circle. Claherty, Dixon. Need one more forward. Warner. Claherty, Dixon, Warner. Mrazek and I can't see who the other dude is. Bukovic. Americans center. Somebody took it off the doorstep before it got to goaltender Barber. Americans still have it in deep. This time it's Bukovic. Bukovic ahead to Dixon. Dixon Has Claherty streaking. Dixon up the near wall. Dixon misses far side. 1:53 to go. Puck in the corner. Bukovic dumps it in deep. Warner's going to go chase it there. Warner's going to come out of there with it. Off the wall. Bukovic is going to have to hurry. She picks it up, sends it in. Blocked by an Americans player, and here they come the other way. Claherty steals it center ice. Got the extra attacker on. It's a little early for that, but these fans are going crazy. Bukovic chips it out. They pull Claherty down. Here comes Dixon. Americans pick it up there. Bukovic over to the wall. Fans are begging for a shot. It's embarrassing, quite frankly. Bukovic has it behind the net. Ahead to Shannon, too far. Shannon falls down, puck's underneath her. Holt picks it up. Here she comes up the far wall. 48 seconds to go. Onsides play. Holt around everybody. Holt can't get a shot off. Puck loose in front. Dixon can't get a stick on it. They shoot at the empty net. Claherty chipped that into the corner. Blinka needs to hurry. 31 to go. Blinka dumping it across. She's going to pick it up herself with 25 to go. You have 4 Penguins in against 1 American. Warner can't do anything with it. She loses it in the corner. 17 seconds. Blinka backhands it. Over to Warner. Can't do anything with it. It's in the corner. That's 11. Blinka picks it up again. Sends it into the top of the zone. That's going to do it. That's 4. And that's going to do it. The Americans will beat the Pens 3-2. And I have a feeling we're going to see this team tomorrow.